What's up, everybody? It's your boy Rebel here, and about a week ago, I bought the Notice Me bundle in the store for 800 COD points. Now, if you don't know, the Notice Me bundle, or Notice Me Senpai, is the bundle with the Dream Eater Oden, more commonly referred to as the Waifu Oden, because it has a very cute little anime chick right there on the side of the gun. And I gotta say, this gun completely shreds. Either that or the fact that I was running around with a shield and knife for 2 days in a row put me into a lobby that was somewhat favorable because I went 74 to 20. Yeah?
Drank beer, liked beer, still like beer.
Alright, so the Oden. The Oden might be a very good gun, but I haven't played since I went 74 to 20 because I was like, why mess with a good thing? I did so great. I do not want to see the lobby that I'm going to be put into after this. But oh my god, this lobby was amazing. They were just melting. Everyone was just melting. So let's talk about the Waifu Oden. Alright, so attachments that come with it when you buy it. I believe it's the compensator, the Ranger foregrip. I want to say it's fully loaded, and a 25 round magazine over the 20 round magazine. Now, when I was running it, I kept the Ranger foregrip and I kept the 25 round magazine, but I took off the compensator and the fully loaded, or whatever the perk was, and I ended up running an optic just because it made it that much easier to see where I was shooting. Really did like it with an optic on it, but all I had was the Ranger foregrip, 25 round magazine, and an optic. I was going for a challenge where only 3 attachments are on a gun and you have to get a bunch of kills with it, but oh my god, this gun just straight demolished the entire round. Even with a utter lack of attachments on the gun, it was still just completely demolishing the enemy team. So much so that after the round was over, I flipped my mic down and just, like, I kept apologizing to the other team. I would not shut up. I was just like, hey guys, I'm so sorry. That shouldn't have happened to you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I did not mean to wreak that much havoc on all of y'all. I greatly apologize. Okay, so as far as the attachments go on this thing that you can change without affecting the look of the gun, the Ranger foregrip appears to be the only grip that you can get that does have that pink hue to it. However, the one thing you don't want to change is going to be the 25 round magazine, because that is what has the waifu's body on it, and you're going to take that away. Just make her a floating head on a black magazine or a dark gray magazine, whatever color the magazine of the gun is. It goes from pink with her body on it to just straight black with her having a floaty head. I don't even know if you can see her like little hand thing that she's doing if you change the magazine, but luckily this is a great looking camo for a great gun, and the attachments appear to not make the gun dramatically different if you try to change the gun dramatically. The only thing you do have to keep on there really is the 25 round magazine. Even changing the Ranger foregrip from the pink Ranger foregrip to whatever else, it might not match the colorway, but it's just the foregrip. It matches better when you use that one, but it does not take away from the overall feel of the gun if you were to take off the Ranger foregrip. And I don't even think the compensator is pink or anything like that. I think it looks pretty basic. So all in all, I think this is a fine gun to buy, especially since it was only 800 COD points. And I know I've been saying this, I had 2100 COD points left over from pre-ordering Black Ops 4, as well as when they gave everyone an extra 1100 COD points because they ripped us all off with the Black Ops pass. So I had 2100 COD points, spent 1000 on the battle pass, so I had 1100 left, and then I spent 800 on that, had 300 left. I think I'm back up to like 800 due to all the COD points I've gotten in the battle pass. What am I even talking about now? But yeah, there are a lot of guns in the store that if you buy them and you change the attachments that come with the gun, it completely changes the entire look of the gun. Any camo on a rifle that has a barrel attachment on it, a full barrel attachment, there is a 90% chance that if you change the barrel to any other barrel instead of the barrel that comes with the gun, that it will change 75% of the appearance of the gun or more. And why would you do that? Why would you buy a gun to where it's like, okay, well, these are the 2 attachments on here that really tie the look together, but then again, they're not that great of attachments on the gun, and then you have to, it's like, okay, what if I haven't gotten the gun leveled up and it's got all these attachments, and it's like, oh boy, I get to use this gun I've been wanting to use and I get all these attachments on it. You buy it, you start using it, and then you realize that you want different attachments on it, and now the gun looks completely different. You're like, these attachments on the gun actually make it worse, so I gotta put different attachments on it, and now the gun doesn't even look like what I paid all of that money for. You need to be really careful when buying these camos for these weapons, because there is not a guarantee that you are going to get the attachments that you will end up using on the weapon. And not even mentioning that you probably won't find a gun that you really like by itself. You could get a bundle for 800 COD points that has one weapon in it, a sticker, and a charm. But you need to be 100% clear that that's a gun that you're going to want to use, and that's a camo that you don't think will alter if you try changing the attachments on it. Fortunately for me, with the Waifu Oden, I ended up noticing that I do kind of go through ammo, so the 25 rounds is not terrible. And my ADS speed isn't dramatically decreased by adding those rounds. I may have to see what else I can add to it as far as attachments go to make it a little better. But as far as this round went, as far as the round you're watching went, I had 2 game-changing attachments on it. 3, I guess. I guess a scope lowers your ADS speed. Does that ADS speed down there look terribly slow? It might look a little on the slow side, but it's not terrible, and if you could just make sure that you know how to pre-aim a corner, know where the enemies are gonna be, you get them in 2 shots most of the time. This thing is goddamn ridiculous. I love it. I loved this round so much. I noticed when I was playing the round that there's not going to be any audio in the round. I did something with my Elgato. I didn't change the line in for audio to the Elgato audio splitting aux cable or whatever the fuck that thing is. So there's no audio. Yeah, that's where that long ass story was going for some reason. Why am I still talking? It's because the gameplay doesn't have any audio in it, and I guess I could just shut up and disappear into nothingness, become translucent, and let you watch volumeless gameplay with a beat behind it, I guess, if you guys really want that. I mean, you could comment that, like, yeah, that's fine, we don't want game audio, just shut the fuck up, rebel. However, I can't retroactively shut myself up in this video, so I guess you're kind of screwed now, and you might as well just sit back, relax, and let me ramble on, because it's been 9 minutes and 20 seconds, and I'm gonna edit this down, but the entire video clip of this round was 13 minutes. So how's everybody doing? I'm sorry, it probably isn't even at 9:20. It's probably at 8 minutes due to everything I've edited out of the video. Maybe even 7.5 minutes. Okay, so the store. It does seem like it's kind of a ripoff, you know? I mean, when we had the beta, people were able to look at the attachments. I think it was on a computer. If you were to right click on certain attachments, you could see variants to those attachments that you could use on any gun. It didn't have to be part of a gunsmith bundle or a blueprint bundle. It didn't have to be part of a blueprint. If you had that attachment and you had that variant of that attachment, you could attach the variant of that attachment. Meaning that if things were to be working like how we thought they were because of the beta, it might seem like because I bought the Waifu Oden, that if I were to use the regular Oden and put on a 25 round barrel or a 25 round magazine, that I would be able to alter that magazine, the Waifu Body Oden magazine, even though her head's not going to be on the base of the gun. That is kind of the idea that I thought that we were going to be getting by that. Maybe, and it might be because of all of our demands of removing supply drops, that those items, that those attachment variants would show up in supply drops. I'm not entirely sure if I would like that. I still would like a way to get these attachments more easily than easily. I guess it's pretty easy to whip out your credit card and enter in that information. I want something more natural to earn it. I don't want it to be easier, like I just buy it. I want it to be natural to unlock some of these attachments and then be able to put them on any gun that they'll fit with or the gun that they belong with, but without using that specific blueprint. I do think that is an option that we kind of deserve, because I feel like there are a lot of cool blueprints that we can get. I've also heard the idea floated around that if you get like the Area 51, whatever gun that is, PP91, something, the SMG, as the gold compensator, that if you switch the compensator, whatever muzzle you put on remains gold, because that's essentially what you were paying for. Either one of those would be a viable option, but as it is, you have to use that specific blueprint, and if you change the attachment, that appearance is gone. That aesthetic disappears from what you spent money on. The thing that you could say you spent the money on disappears from the main thing you spent the money on, because you want to slightly alter the thing that you spent your money on. The way I see it is you spent your money on it, you should have more freedom and liberty with what you do with those attachments, with that blueprint. And the fact that this is now becoming a visible concern to people that is going to draw them away from buying certain blueprints, you'd think this would be something that Infinity Ward would hop on and try to change as soon as possible. But I don't know, apparently they saw a can on the sidewalk and they walked out there, and they have just traveled miles kicking that can down the street, and we're just like, what the hell are you doing? You should be inside developing a game, and here you are fucking like a 6-year-old just kicking a can down the street being like, we'll do it later, maybe we might work on this. You're not fixing any of the issues that people are actually complaining about. So now the smaller things are not being brought up, or you're ignoring them because they're being drowned out by everyone demanding the things that probably should have been changed by now. And if you were to take a look at those things that should be changed, like spawns and map voting and adding dead silence as a perk, then maybe people will be able to bring up some of the smaller issues like the weapon attachments on the blueprints that we are spending money for. Doesn't seem like it's that convoluted or complex of an idea. But what do I know? I'm not a game developer. This might be some tough shit right here that they're having to go through. Like, oh my god, we have to do this now. We have to completely alter the way that we thought we were going to sell items, and it's going to take so long. I mean, the game took 3 years to make, and it's not exactly a diamond that we have here. I don't know. Infinity Ward kind of needs to get their shit together just a little bit. Just a little bit. This isn't something terrible. It isn't like, how dare you? You're ripping all of us off. No, we need to be more careful as consumers about what we're buying. Would I recommend buying the Waifu Oden? Probably, yeah. It doesn't really change heavily in appearance. But knowing that if you are going to have to wait until someone like a professional YouTuber has the money to spend on a blueprint that you possibly want, like Prestige and the Area 51 bundle, just to tell you don't buy it because of how much the gun changes, you would think Infinity Ward would be like, holy shit, we're losing money because we have our fans on YouTube telling people not to buy this specific bundle, not complaining that it's unfair, claiming it's a very fair system, their whole microtransaction system, that they really enjoy the battle pass, but explicitly do not buy any of these specific guns in the store and only buy these two because they don't really change. And Infinity Ward's gonna lose money, so you think they'd hop on something like this. Just the thought. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Drop a comment as to what you guys think about all of this and how much blueprints change if you change the attachments. What do you think about the waifu blueprint? Do you think I just got incredibly lucky and was reverse boosted into the perfect lobby here? Or is this gun just this natural of a shredder? I don't know. I'm dying to know though. I'm dying to hop on there and go 6 to 20 or something like that, just to show me what's what and put me in my place. Drop a like, drop that sub, notification bell, all of that good stuff. Hopefully this edited into the perfect time to be wrapping up when the video ends. And until next time, peace.